What is up, Degens? How we doing? How we doing? About to get the guys on. Give about 10 more minutes. Then we'll start the interviews. What are you guys on? Currently, what I have on today is I just have the player Profit X. I have all the tails of Braden Henry. If they do lose again today, he does give me a losing card. It will be a bad day for him. We'll have to sell the firm. How you guys doing? How's your Sunday? You guys going to church? What are you guys doing today? Are you applying for the interview? If you are, we're going to start those up about 9:05, 9:10. And we're going to get started. How you guys doing today? What's up, Gambling Addict? How we doing? What's up, K-Doc? How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good. We're about to get started in about 7 to 10 minutes. Then we're going to get on, eat it. Do you need a whale? Yes, I do need a whale. I'm upset I didn't get the Bobby fade in yesterday, so I definitely need one today of how to recuperate those 5 units. If you do have one, let me know. We can get to that. What are you guys doing? What's your whale today? What's your best bet today? What are we doing? Logan's who what, bro? I'm be interviewing people who want to join Rice and Sigs, who wants to join the group chat. Maybe make some content together.
You can hear me good?
I can hear you good, Leaked.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the ordering for the questions is going to go me, Don, KDAC, Leaked, and then just repeating. You got me?
You can leave me out. I'll just be
Okay.
I'll just watch.
All right. We bet Offner. We did. I'm scared because the line moved about 35 cents. Nothing can go wrong. So how do you think this is going to go? Horrible or good? Let's be honest.
I think it's gonna be great, but I just don't know if we're gonna have we're gonna find the right fit. You know what I mean? It's a very selective job. It's only fit for the right candidate. So it's gonna be tough.
I even have my notepad out, getting ready to take some notes on the candidates. We have about 20, but we'll probably get through like 8 to 10 today and probably do another one next weekend. I don't know. It was pretty easy for Mr. Leak to get in, so it shouldn't be very hard.
Well, me, you know.
A losing better.
I'm just that guy.
Mariners had me sweating last night for real. Yankees moneyline nuke. How do we feel about this Gambling Addict? If we want to bet them on Profit X, we can get them at plus 120. Who's pitching today? I think it's Wheeler versus someone. Blue Jays are my best play. You're going to bet them again to win 7 in a row? That's crazy. Yeah, the Tigers got to win sometime. We're just waiting for Don to get on, guys, for the interviews. We're going to give him about 3 to 5 more minutes. This guy, bro. You would think he would be ready with his job. No Yankees. It's against Zach Wheeler. The A's are my best play, realistically, but I'm tailing the Blue Jays till they lose. How do you apply? I sent a form earlier. What's it called? Yesterday. Don tried to join, didn't work. I'll repost it if you need to see it. No Judge today. Yeah, he's done. Give me Marlins for a Megatron Max Whale. Jesus, Megatron Max Whale is kind of crazy. Okay, where is Don, bro?
We might be looking for 2 positions now, huh?
Can I apply for an internship another day? If you do, I'm moving today. Yes, you can. We are doing, I think, one this Saturday or Sunday, wherever works for the squad, and you have to reapply then. Your formal I can also do just an individual one of you as well if you cannot make it to either one of them.
Now, are the candidates gonna have to show their face? Is that required or?
No, it's not required. I did send a DM saying, you don't have to show your face. Mr. Leak's a pussy. He doesn't either.
Well, I'm a extreme circumstance, so
Can't believe I would have to be taking Peage's chalk bets. For real. All right. So I'm gonna send the link out to the candidates right now. We're gonna see who wants to stop on first. So we get to my Twitter. Kind of nervous. So remember the order, Don?
Yeah, bro, I'm good to go.
All right. Nothing can go wrong. Okay, I just sent them the link. It should be all joined from StreamYard. We'll get started from there. Boomer, the A's are a 2-unit play to start your day. Okay. When does that game start? Game start in about an hour and a half, so I should have time by the time interview to put in some bets. But I do want to take the A's. I would get them at plus 129 on Play Profit X. Also, for those interviewing, I'm also be posting the interview questions so that you guys are able to read it off like you would at an interview and reference them if you cannot hear me or my fellow colleagues' accents. I know it's really hard to understand KDAC sometimes. The Giants got lucky that Hutt didn't get them out of the stadium 29-30, for real. We have one guy in here so far in picks. Make sure you add an avatar if you can. Add an avatar. I'm gonna go in order if you guys join. I'm gonna be posting our interview questions so you guys are able to look at them now. Okay, so I'm gonna give you about a minute to go by. Oh God, are we nervous here? I got my pen. I got my notes. Where'd my pen go? Actually, but give me 1 second. I lost my pen. All right, we have like 4 guys on. Are we ready? Guys. There were some good ass questions. Loving the outfit, boom. If Pete isn't dressed like you with a haircut, you need to fire him. Pete's not getting his 40 haircuts on time. All right, so we're gonna start with in picks. So hopefully you are ready. I'm gonna start the interview off. In picks, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Did my avatar update or not?
Nah, it's okay though. So before we start, I want to give you a rundown of who we are. We're Rice and Sigs. We're just a group of guys looking to gamble, have fun, stream, blog, whatever you want to do. I am not going to force anyone here to do content. I'm not going to force you to hop on stream. All I want to do is help you grow your brand and do whatever you can do to be a better Degen. Okay? So when we get into the questions, actually give us something about yourself in picks.
Something about myself. I mostly gamble on soccer. I've been doing it for like last 5 years or so. Just started for fun and then just kind of kept going.
Okay. What makes you want to gamble every day?
The thrill of it. I wouldn't say it's addiction because an addiction is like, I don't know, it has like a negative connotation. It's just fun. It's also really fun, especially in the NFL when you have like blowouts and it still gives you something to keep betting on or a reason to keep watching.
Okay. Don, go ahead.
So, like, what's your goal with joining us? And could you go into a little more detail about the soccer bets? Because we actually do not have a soccer sharp yet.
Yeah. So my goal is honestly just to meet more people, just have fun, grow the community. I met some pretty cool people over the last few years. As far as soccer, I mostly just like bet on money lines. Because not gonna lie, soccer's kind of AIDS for betting. Yet I still do it. I try to do props every now and then parlays are the main ones. Just because the lines a lot of times are fucked up. So you can find a couple of good lines every now here and there, but that's mainly the main thing.
Would you say soccer is your main sport? What is your main sport that you like? Is football?
Nah, it's not soccer for sure. Football's a close second, but soccer is probably my main one, just because it's all year round.
Okay. K-Dak, can you ask the next question?
So how would you describe your work ethic?
My what?
Your work ethic.
My work ethic?
work? Sorry, he has a bad accent.
Pretty solid. Pretty hard worker.
So what goes into you picking their bet? Are you going off data? Are you going off trends? Are you going off just your feels? What are you doing?
Not gonna lie, most of the time is gut instinct. I don't really look up data. Just because, like I said, soccer's really aids for betting. And it's generally my luck that the one time I pick on something, like something could be hitting for the last 10 games, the one time I bet on it, it doesn't hit. So I've kind of stayed away from the data. Mostly just gut instinct. And like I said, I watch soccer for the most part year round. I was actually a scout for a couple of years back, so kind of I wouldn't say I have like insider knowledge, but there's a couple like leagues, like the Mexican League, for example. Um, I'm pretty up to date with a lot of like injury history, player forms, lineups, stuff like that.
I like that. That was going to be my question. If you're like a former soccer player or anything like that, I'm definitely getting some MPB vibes with the insider knowledge. I love it.
I
For
will say I have a couple of friends in like South America, and the lower leagues in South America are like really shady, just because a lot of fucking like match fixing. So there was a couple of about 2 summers back, I got some insider knowledge about some fucking match fixing that was going on. And the line moved. They were like originally the line opened at like 170 plus 170 and it closed to like negative 250. Just because it was like some random third division Uruguayan team that had to watch on some jank ass YouTube stream. But I think that was probably like the most insider knowledge I've gone in a game before.
Okay, I like it. One interview in, and we're already fixing South American soccer games. I love it. So, what makes you a good fit for our group? What do you bring to the table for us?
Like you guys said, you guys don't have a soccer guy.
That is true.
So diversify the group. You got rice sticks on Mexicans. I think that's a pretty good fusion right there.
Mhm.
Covering all the bases.
Okay. Go ahead, Don.
Are you based in America? Are you comfortable saying where you're like located at?
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
Okay, cool. And do you show face on stream, or how do you feel about that?
Maybe at one point. Oh, not yet though.
Okay. How often do you think you can jump on a stream? We stream out 5 days a week around 5 p.m. Pacific time on the weekdays, and the weekends we can be a little earlier. How would you be able to make it to at least 1 or 2 of those a week?
Yeah, I could probably do 2 or 3.
Okay. Okay, Dak, you should ask number 7.
What is your daily routine?
For gambling, usually on the weekends I'm pretty from the moment I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just kind of like betting on shit. I put in my application, I refresh reel like probably 1,000 times. Um, and yeah, during the week I work, so I don't always get the chance to bet on it. Um, I usually look at lines the night before and just gonna pick 3 or 4 games that I like and just place bets on them. And then if I get time after work, I try to do live betting because not gonna lie, a lot of the value in soccer is probably live betting. Just because you'll have like big ass favorites, and then halftime. Halftime's a really good time to bet on games, just because they'll be like drawn, and so the lines kind of get a little more favorable. But that's usually my routine. Like I said, soccer is mostly on the weekends or weeknights.
So when you wake up, what's the first thing you do? What do you check? Or do you do something?
Well, usually check the lineups. Um, just the initial, I guess, the projected lineups, and try to see if there's any like big players out. And the MLS lately, they've been shifting a lot with like the All-Star game and the Leagues Cup that's coming up. What
So,
else?
so would you say your first instinct is gambling when you wake up?
Yeah, yeah.
Good answer.
I refresh Pickett and Juice Reel just to see how bad it was the night before or how much money I got to gamble for the day.
All right. So one more question for me. I'm asked before the other guys ask them. If you were down 5 units and I'm slandering you and the whole group chat is slandering you for being horrible today, how would you respond to that? Would you respond negatively, positively? How would you react to it in your own manner?
In my own manner, you gotta have a what's called a short memory. I usually start looking at games the next day to try and make it up, which is what I did today. Because yesterday I got fucked in the Mexican League on the Club America game. Um, so yeah, I've been trying to make that up this morning. I currently have a couple plays in Argentina to try to win some money back, especially if the Offner money line doesn't hit. Then I'll be pretty fucked. But you know, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
What is
All
your
right.
favorite soccer league to bet on?
Favorite soccer league? It's either the Mexican League or the Premier.
All right, Don, you asked one of the last two questions.
I was actually gonna kind of segue just one thing I wanted to ask, like, what would you say has been your craziest bet that you've hit or bet that you've made? Like, how degen do you get, or do you mainly just do like money line straights? Because that's a good strategy too. I respect either one.
So the best bet that I've made was probably for the World Cup. I got Argentina to win the World Cup plus 1,000 in January before the World Cup. I think I made probably like almost 10K off that game. On the other side, probably the worst game was Real Madrid versus Sheriff. So fucking team for I think like Cyprus or some shit like that. I got Madrid money line at like minus 5,000. I lost about a good 20 units on that. I tried to go full Fozen and it didn't pay out.
And our last question is, what is the most you're willing to give up to keep gambling in your life? It can be meat, it can be your girlfriend, it can be your family. What's the most you're willing to give up?
Ooh, that's a good one. I lost a girl because of gambling, actually. So,
Tell us a little more about that.
nah, she was mad because I was checking the couple of bets on a date. Uh,
Understand?
and yeah, but I mean, I wasn't even like on the phone the whole time. I just checked my phone like maybe 2 or 3 times. But she got mad because I wasn't paying attention to her or some shit like that. So yeah, we got home. She was like, "Hey, I don't think it's gonna work out." Blah blah blah. And then the funny thing about that is all 3 bets hit. So then after she said all that, I was like, all right, whatever. A couple hours later, I just handed the screenshot of the units that I was up. So I was like,
That's all that matters. That is all that matters.
exactly. I was like, these units could have been used on you, but if that's how you feel,
Exactly. Well, in picks, thank you for the interview. I'll get back to you soon on how we're going to move forward. But thank you for coming on, and I'll talk to you later.
I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you guys. All right, so we're going to have the next person. We are going to have Kid Poker. So contest by Kid Poker is he's on a poker club. He currently takes a lot of money from me. So he's obviously on my shit list already. But he's a rundown of who he is and what he brings to the table. So I'm going to scroll up for you to see the questions.
Uh,
All right, go ahead.
okay, so I started gambling when I was 16 years old, and I'm from New York, so it's a little hard. Because FanDuel and wasn't legal in New York at that time, so I had my middle school basketball coach drive to Jersey to place bets for me and him, so we could get locks in while I was in high school. So that's how I started, and then eventually FanDuel got legal in New York and all that, and I've been hooked on ever since. Yeah.
Okay. So what was your first experience gambling?
Okay, well, I did like bets with my friends for a long time. But my first ever like official play was a Rams Cardinals Monday Night Football parlay with me and my boys. It was like a little like 10 to 130 parlay, and DeAndre Hopkins missed it by like 5 yards, and that was pretty painful.
So it hooked you though, right?
He hooked me, yeah. I was well hooked, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Don.
Like, what's your background? I know you're a poker guy, but yeah, you said you played basketball. Like, do you have any sports background growing
Yeah,
up or inside knowledge of that?
I've played a lot of basketball, so I know basketball, and I go to University of Florida right now, and I have boys who work on the football team, so I have like pretty good inside knowledge in college football, and yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Go ahead, K-Dag.
So what is your goals on joining Rice and Sids?
Oh, first, I just want to I want to be a part of a bigger gambling community. Like, although I would say a lot of my friends bet a lot, I still get a lot of hate for like gambling too much, and I want to feel more accepted in who I am. So that's like one thing. And then two, I I just want to I want to be able to share my expertise with college football and other sports and just have a great time on stream and all that. Yeah.
Okay. You talked about having a background football, college football for Florida. What would make you a better fit for Rising Stars? What can you bring to the table? What do you think? What makes you stand out?
For sure. I'm always available. Like I'm always on my phone, whether it be just being retarded and scrolling reels or looking at sharp bets or looking at or having like Bobby's notifications on. Like I'm always on my phone, so I'm always available. That's one thing. I'll always be down to do whatever. And then two, I do think I have edges in college football with my friends and my own knowledge, as well as other sports. I'm always dedicated to finding the lines and finding the sharps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Don. You ask the next question. You can ask them number 6. He answered number 5.
Yeah, I mean, I think number 6 is almost pretty much answered. Like, you're comfortable showing your face on stream, all that. What would you say? Yeah, I guess we'll do the daily routine question. Or do you have like a process of finding your bets? Are you more of like a data guy, analytics, or do you go off of like vibes and like fading others? What's your plan? What's your plan of action?
So my routine is definitely like when I was just like getting into betting and whatnot, I was mainly doing sports that I know on: basketball, football, baseball. Like in my high school, I wasn't exploring sports. Now that I'm more experienced and more hooked on betting, I definitely have faded into sports I don't know on, like tennis, Korean baseball, especially tennis now. So it's definitely first thing I do in the morning is check my tennis bets I placed last night, and I'm prepared to chase for the next ones. In sports like tennis, I'm just like I'm just like tailing whoever I trust. Like I don't know nothing about that, so it's really like pressing buttons. And when it comes to sports, I'm more knowledgeable, and I'm definitely more of a data analytics research guy. I'm checking the sharp lines, checking who's due, who's not due, who has a ERA 2 runs better than expected. So when it comes to sports, I know I'm definitely more data analytics. However, when I'm like down a lot and need an immediate chase because it's like one game left, I'm always down just to like have a button and press it.
Okay, yeah. So it's just kind of situational depending on the sport. I
Love
got
it.
you.
You're adaptive. That's what I'm getting.
Adaptive, yeah.
Versatile.
Okay. Okay, like you have one more question for you to go.
No, I think he's a good fit for the group, to be honest. I mean, I've seen his poker skills. He knows what he's doing out there. Seems like he's pretty smart with the football and shit. So we'll definitely keep in contact.
Are you going into your sophomore year at UF?
Junior year.
Junior year. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were down 5 units, 10 units, or anything of that some sort, and we were slandering you in the group chat, how would you respond to that? Would you take it?
So I have a funny story about this, actually. So when I was a senior year in high school, there was a Thursday night football game. It was a FanDuel special on the Browns-Pittsburgh Steelers, and there was a boost that happened, and I commented like under the Instagram page of BR Betting that it was a lock. It was free money 1 minute before, and then in the final minute of the game, it was like the Browns had to score a touchdown, and they did like a bunch of laterals, and the Pittsburgh scored to sell the alternate spread. And I got flamed in the comments so hard that BR Betting sent me a free hoodie, socks, and shirt, and a beanie for getting flamed so hard. So I have like pretty good experience getting flamed hard in the group chat, and I'm always ready to respond. Okay.
So I know gambling is probably a big part of your life right now.
Yeah.
What are you willing to give up to keep it in your life?
So I'm studying like statistics and sport management in college, and I've recently been thinking about if like I've always thought that like working on a sports team was like my dream job, like working analytics. But then you have to realize that like you can't bet on as many sports if you're on a sports team. Mm-hmm. So I'm starting to consider to come to the fact that maybe I'd give up my dream job to continue gambling. He's like, maybe I'd rather like not, because I wouldn't be able to gamble if I was working on a sports team.
Are you married or have a girlfriend?
I do have a girlfriend, yeah.
How does she feel about you gambling all the time?
I've actually, so she isn't a big gambler, but I have given her like the $1 to $50 plays on Fliff, and I made her like a few $100s, so she's like acceptable.
Okay.
Of it, yeah.
I love it. That's good. That's a good woman to have. I love it. Those are all the questions today. I think it's pretty. We're gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to you personally after the stream, see how we did, And I'll let you know. Thank you, Kid Poke, for coming on.
Great. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Peace.
thanks for your time, Kid Poker.
All right, our next guy, we have Mo Green. This is a very casual guy. He slanders Bobby all the time. And yeah, we're going to get into it. Tell us a little about yourself and what you want to do with us.
Boys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, so Mo, you know, a little bit about me. I'm a banker during the day, but love to take side quests and gamble and watch sports. I mainly work remote and travel all the time for work. So, yeah, if my employer was listening, they'd probably be pissed, but I spend probably more time gambling than I do actually working at the bank. So,
So you work at the bank. That's awesome.
and yeah, other than that, you know, been gambling for probably over a decade now. I used Bovada way back in the day, and I remember getting, you know, checks mailed to my house because you couldn't like deposit it to an account and all those kind of things direct. So, been doing it for a while.
Are you over under 30? Can you tell us that?
I am under 30.
Okay, so you're a young guy. Are you East Coast or West Coast or Central?
I am central.
Central. Okay, so where Brayden is. So I'm gonna get right to the second one. Would you say you're more of a data guy, trends, all that stuff, or positive EV, or are you more of a button clicker, like type of feel, type of better?
Yeah, more of a. I would say I'm, you know, looking to lock in lines early. Definitely like not super huge in the data. Use a lot of gut feeling. I would love to say I know ball, and I think, you know, some of my my action would back that up. So yeah, not a huge data guy, but on like college basketball and stuff, definitely think Ken Palm and things are value added resources to keep in mind and use and things like that. So for sports, I know more. I will dig in the data analytics. I'm a big tennis over under better, you know, which I'm not looking at like first serve percentages or anything like that. I'm going with more gut feel and looking at how are these guys playing recently.
Love it. What would you say is your main sport to bet on?
Main sports bet on is probably college football. But since I have, you know, been taking it more seriously over the past few years, have been definitely the last 2 years have probably been focused on overs and unders in tennis. Definitely because you can bet on them basically all day long.
Okay, so you love to gamble all day long. I like it. Go ahead, Don.
So Mo, if you're comfortable sharing, like, what region of the country are you from? And could you give us like a little bit of your sports background? Did you play any sports growing up? Just to like help us understand if you like I played basketball, football, lacrosse growing up, so I kind of understand those sports a little bit better. Like I don't really know much about tennis per se.
Yeah, like what part of the country I'm in. I actually split time between two offices in Chicago and Kansas City. I am more based in Chicago, I would say, but it's about 60-40. And then, Don, can you repeat the second half of your question? Sorry, my
just like any sports background you have, like if you played anything growing up. Like me personally, I played like football, basketball, and lacrosse, so yeah. I kind of understand those sports better than like tennis, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah, I actually wrestled D1 at Indiana, and but wrestling doesn't. You can't really bet on that unless it's the Olympics, which is actually really cool. And, you know, you asked a crazy bet you hit, and I hit the heavyweight winner at the past Olympics, which was awesome that you can take a guy at like plus 600. That was the past Olympic champ. So I think that's great value. So outside of that, yeah, my experience doesn't give me a whole lot of edge in any sport because wrestling's not, you know, you can't really bet on.
Very cool. How would you be able to contribute to the group? What are you looking for in contributing? You want to do Twitter, a different platform, blog, stream? What can you do for us?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to contribute in, you know, a variety of ways. I think that, you know, blogs is definitely something that I'm interested in. Writing a little bit more is probably in my background. And providing in that way. Yeah, content wise, I can do a little bit of graphic design and things like that. So might be able to contribute in some of those ways as well.
Love it. So would you be able to show your face on stream? It is okay if you can't.
For how much shit I talk, probably not.
Okay.
So I don't get doxxed. I don't need the.
Would you be willing to put an avatar on your face at least?
Yeah, I mean, I actually just made this using Grok. Like do you see my avatar right now? Like,
Yeah. So everybody use that.
So that is like me in, Pixar form. So
Right,
I can always adjust it and stuff.
That works perfect. That's all I need. It's most of what my guys have. How often would you be able to stream? We stream 5 times a week. Would you be able to at least make 1 to 2 of them? Yeah,
like you said. I think, or like I said, excuse me, I, am gambling all the time. I, am not so much focused on work at this point in my career. So, yeah, I can hop on as you guys need me, as long as it's not like 3 o'clock and I'm in meetings or something.
Got you. So it's a typical Saturday morning in college basketball. What's the first thing you're looking at when you wake up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely checking lines and line movement. To be honest, I probably looked at them the night before because I like to lock in lines early and, see what kind of steam I got waking up in the morning. Even if I got negative steam, I'm not going to cash out probably, but that's where I always start. And then if I didn't lock in something or I'm waiting, I'm going to check what the line is at now, check lineups, and then, start firing.
Okay. Go ahead, Don.
So I just got a phone in from our boy Heisman. He's got a phone in question he wants me to ask. Who is your favorite Rice and Sigs guy?
Oof.
That is tough. I gotta say Peach. That's my guy, man. He's awesome. He's funny, and he's actually like genuine and nice. And he's always like, dude, you don't got to shit on these people. And I continue to do it, and he continues to fuck with me. So, I appreciate that.
He is a funny kid. He's the youngest one of the group. The next question is, if you were down early in the day, let's say yesterday I was down about 1 million units come 10 a.m., how would you respond to it? Would you want to keep betting, or would you just stop for the day?
Yeah, I would probably preach to like anyone that I talk to that I probably should stop for the day, but I'm not that smart, so I'd probably continue to go because I think, again, I know ball and I trust my process. Some days you'll be down 8 units and, it's just not your day, but I'm going to continue firing and trying to make those back. I trust in how I approach things and my process and all of that, so I'd continue shooting.
Okay.
I want to sneak in this last question. And I asked Kid Poker this as well. Like, do you have like a best bet you've ever made in your life? And would you say you got a worst story as well?
Man, that Houston collapse recently is what comes to mind. That was absolutely brutal. That still gives me nightmares. I can't believe that. And then, one of the crazier ones that I hit, and I don't remember, it was plus 600. It was Noah Lyles to win the 100-meter. And he literally like pulled it out by a centimeter. It's like betting on Olympic track running. Like who's doing that shit? And I was just, I seen the odds on it. I was like, shout out America. This guy talks a lot of shit online. So now's the time to back it up. And he won. And that was pretty awesome to see him barely pull it out by like, I don't even know. He won by like 0.02 or something. So it's crazy. But I take a lot of stuff like that. I mean, Washington Commanders beating the Lions, like that was free. So like plus 475 during the playoffs, and just plays like that are what come to mind. So,
and kind of branching off of the question, I just lost my train of thought with that fucking noise. Do you parlay a lot, or do you mainly straight bet? Do you have a strategy when you bet? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I definitely do not parlay ever. I'm mainly a straight better. If I get some kind of promotion or something like that, because I haven't played on BetMGM in months because I've switched over to Novig and they want to try and lure me back in to being on their platform. Might do that, but outside of that, strictly straight bets. Money lines in a lot of sports and spreads are what I focus on. In tennis, like I said, more over and unders, but I will play some money lines here and there. So yeah, just a little. It depends on what sport I'm looking at, but definitely in like college football, college basketball, strictly like straight bets on spreads and money lines.
So, do you have a girlfriend or wife?
I currently do not actually. Dated a chick for a really long time, and broke up about 6 months ago, and
I hear that.
focused on myself.
Is there anything that takes away from your daily gambling that we need to know?
That when I do travel for work, I am mainly entertaining, and I like to, I take that pretty seriously, meaning that I drink pretty hard and like to have a good time with those guys. So I'll usually lock my plays in really early in the morning if I have stuff like that going on, and then I'll kind of be MIA for the rest of the day. But
That's good to know. Is there any questions for us before we finish this one out?
No, you might. I love everything you guys build. You guys are awesome. Keep doing your thing. Thanks for the time, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Mo. I'll talk to you after this.
All right,
have a great day. See ya. All right. So our new person we have today is we have Ghost. This guy's also in our poker club. Takes a lot of my money. Has a lot of coolers. Actually pisses me off a lot, but he's gonna get into it. I'm gonna scroll up for the question for you. Tell us a little about yourself and what you think you bring to the table.
So I've been gambling for a long time now, bro. I've started with like casinos, card games, things like that before I moved over to sports gambling. But I just pretty much want to bring some MLB knowledge to the group as well as NFL.
Okay. And what knowledge are you bringing?
Well, for baseball, I considered myself pretty sharp there. I kind of do everything from gut feeling to data. I look up everything, but you guys see me. I post all the time in the groups. I try to get everybody to follow my baseball plays and just trying to win everybody money. I'm not trying to look for any like thank you or payback or anything like that. I just like sharing picks and talking about sports.
Hey, how's it going, Ghost? Can
What's
you tell
up?
us about like your background on gambling? Are you like a data analytics guy, or do you just kind of click buttons? Do you like to fade? What's your betting strategy?
I'm gonna have to say I lean more towards data. Like when I wake up, pretty much I'm gonna look at some trends. I don't pick off trends though. I just have to look at the data because sometimes I believe history repeats itself. But then as the lineups come out, I then look into the data. The starting pitcher, the batting lineup against that starting pitcher, whether it's right-handed, left-handed. Just different type of examples of things you look for to try to find an edge, and then just play the numbers and try to win long term.
Okay. So you talked about what you bring to the table. What do you want from us as a group? What do you want us to help you with?
I just want a platform that like-minded individuals, people I could share those type of picks with and that knowledge, and help everybody grow with each other.
Are you over under 30?
I'm over.
Okay. Let's give a couple of these questions. Go ahead, Don.
I'm gonna kind of branch off. What would you say is like the craziest bet you've ever made, or you could also talk about like maybe the worst hook or something like that?
I got one of each, but the craziest one I ever made was one day I was cooking dinner and I realized I was running late on baseball and I was a little bit pissed. So I kind of like speed ran through the games, and I actually ended up doing a 12-legger for like $10, and the 12-legger hit for 3.2K, which was pretty cool. It was actually a Levy's book. Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. And then the hook, unfortunately, though, was last year for all the sports. I had a futures. I had Panthers winning the Stanley, Boston NBA champions, and my last leg was Yankees to win the World Series. And I didn't hedge when I should have, of course, and that was just a bad beat because the Yankees got killed.
That's brutal.
Yeah, they got murdered. It wasn't even close. I felt bad.
Okay. So we do stream 5 times a week. Would you be able to make 1 to 2 of those a week? And also, would you be able to show your face?
Well, I'm actually available majority of the week. I'm more of a homebody, so I'll probably be able to make a majority of them. And yeah, I'm showing my face now, so it's not a problem.
Okay. Let's say it's a typical college football Saturday. What's the first thing you're doing? And also, if you are gambling, what is your preferred food of choice?
Ooh, so the first thing I'm doing, I'm gonna probably wake up and check to see if anything changed overnight because I like to play plays in early as well. I usually try to look the night before, see if I can try to snag a good player, 1 or 2 plays, but not force too many. But when I wake up, I want to see what's changed overnight. Try to make some plays before I get going with my day because once I get started, I might forget. I'm trying to make as many bets as possible that I like on college football. As for the food, I love grilling, so anything wings, steak, pizza. I love pizza too. I mean, just junk food. I need beer and I need junk food.
So what separates you from other candidates?
I would have to say that I think I bring pretty knowledgeable data from MLB, and I could apply it. I'm also going to be able to do that for NFL once we get into the season. I know if you guys were in Discord with me last year, I used to be in the Discord all the time, putting in plays for the NFL. And then not only that, I'm going to be able to post to Twitter, be able to talk about it. If you need any help with like Discord, I'm really good at using Discord servers. So I'll be able to apply my knowledge pretty much in different areas.
Love it. I definitely need a guy like that. How do you respond to being down early in the day? What would you do?
Well, I'm going to slander myself first, and then I'm going to get right back to it because I need to make it up. I'm not going to sit there and lose. I need to make my money back.
I love it. Any more questions, Don?
Nothing really from my end. No.
So obviously, our group is pretty vulgar. When we do lose, like Brayden has lost me the past 2 days.
Yeah.
How would you handle the slander? Are you a big you charge back or you just take it?
I mean, it's well deserved if I'm losing money, so I'm gonna take it. But I'm gonna argue back and make sure that I try to make it back. I'm not gonna just I'm gonna take it, but I'm not just gonna sit there and lose this money. I'm gonna try to get that back.
Okay. Do you have a girlfriend or wife?
I do.
You do. How does she feel about you gambling all the time?
Annoyed, because for example, like on Thursdays it's kind of like a movie date kind of thing, and no matter what, there's baseball or any other type of sport there. I'm checking it in the middle of the movie. I don't care. Like I'm trying to find out whether I'm winning money or not, and it just gets in the way sometimes.
Okay, and would you be okay with you streaming with us sometimes?
Yeah, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from doing that.
Good. All right, good. You got a good wife. Good answers. That's all the questions we have for you. Do you have any questions for us?
Nah, can't wait to play some poker.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Ghost, for coming on, and I'll talk to you after.
Take care.
Thanks, brother. All right. Next guy, we have Tennis Wizard, 69. How you doing? Let me scroll up.
Doing good. How are you?
Doing great. So to give us a little rundown about yourself, what makes you want to gamble, and what's your background in gambling?
Let's see. Everything. I think I've been gambling like 5 years now. Like I started when I was like 20. I'm 25. And yeah, I gambled like pretty much every day since then, unless I need to stop for a little while. But yeah, pretty much everything makes me want to gamble. Gambling's great.
Okay. Do you have any other vices?
Any other vices? Sorry?
Do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you do anything else?
Smoke a decent amount.
Okay.
Drinking a little bit of everything.
Very nice. Are you a data guy or are you a button clicker?
Definitely some data. I've watched so much tennis, like an unhealthy amount of tennis. So I feel like I know like pretty much every player that I'm going to gamble on, but definitely have some data for the lower level tennis. Like I gamble a lot of that UTR tennis that everybody thinks is fixed. I think it's amazing. More data for that, but definitely more watching for like the top 100 players, top 500 even.
So that means you have a lot of information you're able to give the group because we obviously need those chase plays and they're coming usually late at night. So you're able to.
Dude, tennis is 24/7, 365. That's why I love gambling tennis. Tennis never stops. I mean, you know that, but
I know that. Yeah, I love it. That means I always gotta rely on them. What is your goal of joining us?
For better or for worse, yeah.
For better or for worse.
I definitely want to sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
My bad. My connection's not the best.
No,
I just, but I mean, I definitely want to join a group of like-minded people like to gamble. Like, you guys seem like you're around my age. You guys like to gamble a lot. Like, I mean, I gamble with my friends a lot already, and I love like the group chat and just gambling with people is better than gambling alone. And then also like I do want to grow my platform a little bit. Like, I think you've seen. It's not huge. I have like 3,900 on Twitter, which is like nothing special, but like it's decent. I definitely have to grow it, and I also want to get into streaming more. Like, I do like being on camera and talking, and I don't want to talk to myself. So
a person ask him who's winning between Bonzi and Walton.
I mean, I think Walton at this point. I just switched to my computer. I was going to be on the phone at first, but I was sweating too many tennis bets, and I was like, I can't fucking sweat the tennis bets on my phone and do the interview. I think Walton, but we'll see. I have him at like plus 125, so let's see what happens.
Okay. What makes you a good fit for Rice and Six?
I mean, I obviously tennis knowledge. Like, I think a couple people have already said like they bring a specific field, but like, yeah, I know you guys like to gamble tennis, and I think I have tennis knowledge. I think the fading Bobby is obviously great. It seems like it's worked out great for you, but maybe knowing a little bit about it. And I think like I'm always down to be on camera. Like, I'm happy to go to the streams. Like, I do have stuff going on in my life, but I'm happy to pull up to the streams at least like 3 times a week, hopefully more. I'd like to try to plan my timing around it. And yeah.
I think you wanted me to do the spaces with you, right?
Yeah, I did want you. I've been doing the spaces like every Tuesday. It's been nice, but I don't do video on the spaces. I just talk.
That's fine. So would you want to continue that when you join if you were to join the group?
I would enjoy continuing the spaces. I can move it more towards something on like this platform that you guys do here instead of like doing tennis spaces on there. But I mean, yeah, like I do like trying to grow the Twitter page, but dude, Twitter's different.
Yeah,
it's a hell of a place.
Definitely harder. Go ahead, Don. Ask another question for him.
Yeah. What region of the country are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
You're good. Yeah, I'm in Florida right now.
Okay, Florida. And did you like play tennis growing up, or what?
I did.
What made you?
Yeah, I played tennis growing up. I played in high school. I coached a little bit throughout college. I worked in the tennis industry for a couple of years after that. I was at USTA, so I definitely I'm not going to claim I have insider info. I'm not a big I've got insider knowledge, whatever. But I know some pro tennis players and a lot of people that play tennis. Like, I don't go badgering them for like who's going to win shit for bets, but I definitely know about the industry. And I mean, I actually played a lot of sports growing up in general. Like, I played basketball, baseball, like soccer, golf, all that shit. But tennis and basketball are really the only two I'm any good at and like bet.
Okay, cool. And you just solely bet tennis, man? That's like your focus?
I bet a lot of NBA during NBA season as well.
Okay, cool.
I like
college. Yeah.
I know this one's gonna sound crazy. I like betting women's college basketball.
Okay.
I love that shit. I love betting on teams where like one team's good and the other team can barely pass the ball across half court. I've been sweating out some minus 45 spreads late at night on women's college for sure.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really nice. So let's say it's your typical college basketball day on Saturday. Are you turning on the women's game or turning on the men's game when you're betting?
Ben the women's, turn on the men's.
Okay.
I want to watch good basketball, but I also want to win money.
Yeah, I do.
But I mean, maybe turn on if it's a sweat, but hopefully it's not sweat.
Our next question is, how do you respond to being up or down 5 units in a day? What do you go with?
I mean, intelligently, like, don't chase, like it's a long-term game. We know that, but like what I'm actually going to do, gamble more. Got to make it back. I'm not going to bed pissed off. I'm either going to go to bed happy or really fucking pissed off. So we're going all in. If I'm down 5 units, I mean, as I said, there's tennis on 24/7. We're finding another bet. I mean, dude, I used to find any sport that was on, but that did not work well. 20-team volleyball lays with favorites, not the move.
Are you employed right now by anybody?
Sorry?
Are you employed by anybody right now currently?
I just quit my job. So right now, no. I am going to look for another job, but I'd like to work part-time. I would like to do this as well. I'd like to grow this like into something as well.
Okay. I'm going to skip this question actually. Do you have a girlfriend or wife?
Girlfriend, my wife though.
How does she feel about gambling?
She's okay with it. She's okay with it. I mean, like, it doesn't take up, I think, as much time as it might look like. Like, I'm going to research a lot of bets at night and like place them like on openers, like before I go to bed. Like, I'm going to lie bet here and there for the posting and stuff. Like, I post a lot, but I do schedule some of that out at night as well, and some it's live. But she's okay with it. I think she sees the vision at this point. I don't think it's her favorite, but puts up with it.
Are you trying to make money off this platform in one day?
Yeah, at some point, definitely. I've always told people that. I can't stand when people say they're trying to do it for free. Like, it's a lot of work and a lot of effort to put in to not make anything off of it ever. I don't really think anybody that says that is being honest with themselves, but that's just my personal opinion.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years making money off this? What do you want to see yourself doing?
I'd like to be like streaming and doing content and like maybe working for like some sort of company like you that's like, you know, doing content. I think that I enjoy like, you know, entertaining people, and like gambling's like fun, and I'd love to become great at gambling and super profitable, but it's fucking difficult. It's going to take time. In the meantime, like, I'm happy to just, you know, share my process with people and show them how everything's going and just try to teach them what I can.
So my last question for you is, I understand you're probably one of the bigger followers we have, or followings we have. How do you rate your community? Would you say it's large, big? Do you think people fuck with you? Do they engage with you a lot? How would you describe it?
I think so. I mean, it's like I definitely like have a good group of people engage with me. It's not huge. I think like for any following, like I'd say I have like a solid community, like maybe 40 to 50 people that engage like very consistently, but obviously it's out of like 4,000 followers. And then, I mean, there are a lot of people that pop in and out here and there. So, you know, I think it's solid.
That's good.
For what I put in.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh
shoot, wait, cut out.
I was saying that's really good. I definitely like that you do tennis. I love that you do challenger tennis, so we can always rely on you. I like that you also have a community already. That definitely helps the decision making later. But do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. If you wanted me to answer the craziest bets part, I mean, we could be here all day, but I can get into some shit with that.
Go ahead, shoot.
Like when I started gambling, I'll try to make this like a minute or less. So I started gambling. I made like maybe like $2,000. I really wanted to gamble in the Australian Open. I had just been on like bookies. I tried to put $200 in Bovada, 0.07 ETH at like 8 a.m. before my job. Accidentally put 0.7 ETH in. Ended up with like $2,000. You couldn't withdraw it for money laundering. I ended up running that money up, dude, to like 150 grand.
Oh my god!
I lost it.
Oh my god!
Experience, but I've won 4 different 1,000 for about $70,000 parlays.
Wow!
I'm happy to send. I've also lost over 10 grand in a day. So we've been on both sides of it for sure. I've been hooked for over 100 grand on the last leg of a parlay more than once.
Oof.
Build some character. It also sends you to fucking psychiatrist.
Are you all like tennis parlays?
NBA at first. I ran it up with NBA. I lost a lot on tennis, which is why I wanted to learn more on tennis. But then I ran some back up on. I mean, dude, I could send you screenshots in the DMs if you want to see them. It's kind of a little bit of both. I hit like a Kings plus 500 on the last day of the NBA season when the Suns sat their full starting lineup, and like a 3-team for like 30 grand. I hit like a plus 450 in one of the 70Ks. And then I needed Rude minus 1.5 sets in the French Open in 2022 to win like 120 grand. And he won in 5 against Sonego. It was brutal. I had Medvedev lose to Gasquet one time to win 200 grand. And the closing lay was at the Miami Heat game that I was going to 10th row that night. Would have hit. So we've been in some spots with gambling. I always love to talk about and share stories and shit. So.
Does your girlfriend know about these? Yeah. Yeah, you tell her about it?
Oh, yeah, she does. Dude, I had to tell her that shit up front. I mean, I was like, trust me, it's definitely developed some trust issues in some certain spots, but I mean, it's reasonable. But I mean, like, I'm not going to fucking lie to her, but I'll just figure it out one day or another.
This is awesome. Do you have any questions for us?
I mean, I see you guys stream a lot. Like you said, you stream like 5 days a week, and I've been in a couple of times, but not a ton. Like you guys just usually like break down the slate. Like I know you do the poker. Like, is it mostly like live streams that are like planned out, or?
I think live streams are usually scheduled. So like Wednesday through Friday is usually after 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. That's when I get off work. I don't have time before then. On the weekends, I like to stream Saturday UFC because a lot of people request that. and Sundays is more of just what type of what you guys can come on. I'm not going to request anyone here to join the stream. It's all up to you. I offer everyone here the opportunity to stream, blog, graphic design, anything you guys want to do. I spend my own money to support you guys, but I'm not going to push you, if that makes sense. But you're always able to do whatever you want to do to grow your content or brand. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, and I was just about to follow everybody on Twitter and here too as well, so I could like.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Any more questions?
No, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I see you got a bunch of people in here as well.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, Tennis Wizard, or
I'm Nate, if you want to call me by my name.
Thank you, Nate, for coming on. I appreciate it. It was a really good interview. I'm looking forward to talking to you after this. And
sounds good, man.
Have a great day.
Yeah, I look forward to join the poker club tonight. I need to gamble again soon.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
I'll see you. Bye.
All right, we have our last interviewee today. We have Enzo. This guy has been a long-time follower and engages with us often. How are you doing? And tell us a little about yourself and what brings gambling into your life.
Yo, what is up, Degens? I appreciate you bringing me on. Yeah, so I've been gambling since I was like 12 years old. I was in the schoolyard, like being my own bookie and bringing on other young children, taking bets at school. And that progressed into a Bovada account back before they had like ID verification. And I guess it really started, I had like a group of friends. We'd always have a Super Bowl party every year, and we'd gamble on like literally everything about the game, like kickoff props, just random, like, Gatorade color, all the things that are super common now. We had like a group of 20 kids that would just like fire on everything, and my friend's parents were like totally cool with that. So that kind of was the jump start for me. And then as I got older, I've been much more into data and analytics. I definitely try to look for an edge where I can, where I'm looking at, let's say baseball. I'm really into Baseball Savant, where I'm able to look at advanced stats with the Google Chrome, exit velocities and expected WOBA, batting average, pitcher, whiff rates, advanced stats like that. What makes me want to gamble is, I'd say I'm just obsessed with sports, and it kind of just allows me to be more involved and, kind of deep dive into the stuff that I'm watching anyways, and try to leverage that into a profit. Sorry, let me turn this down. So yeah, I mean, it's also good banter. Like, I enjoy labbing picks with people, kind of going over the reasoning and debating. I have several like group chats, telegrams where I do this anyways. So I enjoy talking to people and kind of trying to find the best angle, squad riding, fading guys, and talking shit and stuff like that.
I think you're LA based, right?
Yeah, I'm in Beverly Hills. I was born in Santa Monica.
Are you over under 30?
I'm 30.
You're 30 on the dot. Okay. Are you employed?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm employed, but the way my job is set up, I have a lot of downtime. I kind of work remote, but not really. Like, I'm a field representative, so okay. I travel around and pretty much always have my phone on me. I just have like appointments and stuff that I manage. Otherwise, I'm pretty much always around and gambling on random things throughout the day and chopping it up in my telegrams and stuff like that.
Go ahead, Don. You have some questions.
Like, what's your background with sports? Did you play anything growing up or coach anything?
Yeah, for sure. So I grew up playing a bunch of sports. Like my best sport was baseball, and I was recruited out of high school, went to scout camps and stuff. Kind of like I kind of regret not taking that path. I had a lot of things going on in my life where baseball was my whole life for majority of my childhood, and kind of just wanted to explore other things, become more socially active, and was getting into the partying and women and stuff. So I went away from playing competitive baseball, but I played soccer to ice hockey, golf. I pretty much played like every sport growing up except for lacrosse and rugby. And then in college, I went to UC Santa Barbara, and I was the radio play-by-play guy for the baseball team for 1 year. So I was on air, just trying to use my voice the best way I can to describe the game. And most days we were hungover, making a lot of jokes, and it was a great experience to kind of get involved with the radio station there.
Do you see yourself leveraging your voice to do things like this in the future?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That would be the goal. I kind of see it as more of a side project at this point, because I've been trying to get into various, radio stations around here, and just the monetization of that is difficult. Like, I don't think I could support my current lifestyle just solely doing that. So at this point, it's like a side project, but that's the dream still, is like use my voice, and whether it's radio or like voice acting or just contributing on stream and stuff, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to like leverage that into a more profitable side hustle or main hustle would be awesome.
Okay, so I'm not trying to glaze you right now, but I think your voice is really good in a way that you're able to, what was it called? You ever watch John Boy videos?
Yeah, of course. Good
I
guy.
think you're great on those type of videos, making TikToks, Instagram Reels. Would you be interested in doing that in the future?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm pretty flexible. Like
You play baseball?
the outlet for which I do the sports stuff is not important to me. Like, it's all the same content, and I also do like the breakdown style where you get more in depth into like certain moments throughout the game, and try to offer context of like, some people might not understand what's going on a pitch by pitch basis, but having, played ball for 15 years or whatever, called the game, I'm able to offer important context that can make games more interesting, for sure. So I think that'd be awesome.
Are you willing to do that though? Like, I'm telling you right now, I think you can do great in it because you are a baseball savant, and I think you can actually do pretty well since you know the pitch by pitch breakdown.
Yeah.
I think you can do well. Would you be willing to do that like this year? If I were to
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I haven't had a reason to like launch a solo channel doing that type of stuff, but that's part of the reason why, I'm interested in what you guys got going on, because it's a good platform and a good network where it'll kind of motivate me to get back on my analytical grind of like producing content and kind of getting more involved, more than just a side hobby where I'm betting on stuff. And so I think that'd be great.
We obviously stream 5 days a week. Would you be able to come on stream?
Yeah, I'm flexible. Like, I work Monday through Friday, but like I said, I'm pretty much on my own time where I can manage my appointments and whatever I got going on. So it'd be rare, especially if you're doing streams like, after 3 o'clock or whatever. I'm pretty much an open book, available.
Okay. Go ahead, Don.
How would you respond to being down 5 units to start a day, like, or going up 5 units? Do you are you an emotional gambler? What's your strategy with that?
No, like I've been doing this for so long that I don't really get phased. Dude, I'm currently down like I think 11 or 12 units on the week. So I'm in that position now, which is pretty rare. Like I started tracking my bets this year. I think this is the worst week I've had this year. Uh, so I'm kind of just getting back on the horse. Like I wouldn't say I'm emotional. I had a few chases that didn't go well this week. I'm always down to chase, but I think long term you gotta like it can't be martingaling everything because I wouldn't be around that long if I did that. But my goal is just to stick to the formula, keep betting. I have a track record of being at least break even in the long term, so kind of just stick by my guns and keep pushing, keep firing. I don't get too down on myself.
Do you have a girlfriend or wife?
No, as of recently, no. She left me, so that was great.
That happens. Is there anything that takes away from gambling other than your job? You a big family guy? It's okay if you are. I am as well.
Would you say a family guy?
Do you live near family?
Yeah, I mean, I love to hang out with my family. I wouldn't say it takes away. I kind of just co-manage that and gamble on the low. Even if I'm like recently, I've been hanging out with my nieces because my sister's in town, and I'm like babysitting while gambling, watching the DC Open tennis, getting them into the tennis. Kind of bringing them along for the ride without knowing how much I'm wagering, and I don't want to create a conflict in my family where they think I'm a degenerate, but I'm sure they could probably infer that by this point. But I think as long as I'm not losing my shirt and sleeping on the street, I don't see it as like a family issue.
Okay. P, do you have any questions for him since you just got on?
Beach.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a little more. Going back to question number 8, just getting a little deeper into that. Why wouldn't you why are you not eager to use that martingale strategy? Why can't you just keep doubling it until you get back?
I mean, I try to manage my finances where if I lose a bet, if I keep losing, I'd like to be able to pay my rent mostly. So I think within reason, like, I could martingale a few times, maybe like 2 or 3, but then once it gets out of hand, like there's too much to risk. And I just got to return to gambling a few units and just slowly build my way back up, which that's like the most annoying part of the gambling grind is when you can't just keep martingaling because you're in too deep.
For sure.
That's what I'm into this week, though, unfortunately. So kind of just bit the bullet there and did a reset, and now I'm on the chase. But I'm gonna keep it under wraps. Do a few units here and there. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Get crazy, but in the short term, I'm definitely with the martingale, and I play a lot of blackjack too. So
hell yeah,
that's kind of a strategy I employ there as well.
Wait, just one more question now. Now that you mentioned blackjack, are you into baccarat?
Sorry, cut out. What'd you say?
Are you into baccarat at all?
So I do play baccarat. I just much prefer blackjack because there's more player leverage. Like baccarat is it's kind of a game. But there's no, you pick a side and then you just sit there. I want to be able to leverage. I want to be able to split, double, those type of player actions. That's what gives you an edge at a blackjack table. Whereas baccarat, you flip a coin and that's about it. I don't believe in, when they're reshuffling the deck all the time. I don't even believe in, this is a 6-player. The players hit 6 times in a row. Bankers do. Like I don't operate that way.
Sometimes bankers do, dude.
Yeah, but they reshuffle the deck, so it's like independent trials. There's no correlation between the past trial. Like I'm a math guy too.
Bree, sometimes you just feel it in your gut. I get that though. It's a good answer.
So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like a gut feeling gambler. I try to have a reason for everything that I take. And going back to like when I lose, pretty much all I could do with the bet is go through my process, have a statistical reason for why I'm betting what I'm betting. And as long as I'm convinced and I have good reasons, I could take a loss and live with it. What I don't like is just being like down on my luck and desperate and just pressing buttons. And then when you lose those bets, that feels a lot worse because you played yourself.
Yeah, I get that. It's a good answer.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, like what is your vision for the future of Rice and Sigs? Like what are you trying to accomplish?
As the guy who brought it together, I do want everyone here to grow their brand. I don't, and maybe 3 to 5 years you guys won't be here, so have a family, do your own thing. But I do want this to be a community that's able to share with each other, that's able to have fun. I do want to have the blog going better. I also do want the content going. But I want to have different platforms. I think you'd be a great fit to do, like I said, your own TikTok and or Instagram reel of just analyzing different things. I want different people for different things. And even if you don't want to join our group or you don't end up joining our group, I think if I can just help someone else and out in Twitter, X, the platform, just to be a better brand of themselves, that's a win for me. I'm always willing to open questions for people to help with their brand, but that's pretty much it. I do want to help everyone that works here to get monetized for their own sponsorships. I've gotten Mr. Leaked and Braden their own sponsorships for Bet 105 or Bet US. But I just want everyone here to do whatever they can do to make a living, not make a whole living, but make some extra change on the side, at least for this.
Yeah, right on. I think I forgot to add, like I am a writer. I have a portfolio of kind of articles that I've written around sports. Most of them, I'd say like half of them have to do with fantasy football. So I'm big into that community, and definitely is a big time of year for me, where I've written like weekly write-ups as far as what players are going to exceed their projections and stuff like that, as well as just larger sports topics. So like writing is a part of my background as well.
So I'm asking like a couple more questions. Where do you see yourself in 3 years in terms of this Twitter or your platform, your social media?
That's a good question. I feel like I just this past year I've gotten more involved in the sports community on here. So it's been great to connect with like-minded people that are Degen and throwing on tennis primarily. Like I didn't have a community of tennis bettors that I talked to. In my day-to-day, like my real life friends, we bet on MLB, football, like most of the major sports, but I brought them into tennis this year. We're like, up at 3 a.m. watching the Australian Open and Wimbledon and stuff. But yeah, I think growing the network on here, it's just been a good resource to have a platform of people that are interested in what you're talking about. Definitely growing that platform, and then if there's a way to monetize it, that's great. I guess that would be the end goal in like 3 years. Have I'm not interested in selling picks at all, but if there's a market for the content that we're making and there's a way to monetize that, that would be awesome. So kind of just growing that pipeline of being reliable, producing content, also your credibility. Like that's why I started tracking my bets this year, so that I have a concrete track record that people could look at and kind of understand that I'm not just it is a hobby, but I try to approach it with a more data-driven, consistent, analytical approach. So yeah, I think making more content, having a bigger following, and kind of just keep going down that road. And if there's a way for me to write articles or, contribute, I'm happy to do that. But yeah, I think I'd be happy to connect with more people, kind of grow my following. I have some big accounts that do follow me. Like, I know I don't have the most followers or anything, but I do have some good people that follow me that are big in the sports community. So try to keep that going and get more people on board would be awesome.
It's good to know. Do you have any more questions for us before we finish the interview?
Let's see the haircut, Peach.
Bro, I don't really know.
Take my hat off so y'all can know I'm not balding.
I don't really, bro. It's
I was
pretty
gonna
bad,
ask him the
bro.
same thing. You got a $40 haircut. You're gonna show it off.
$40 haircut. This is the whole interview stream.
It's bad.
Wow. Okay.
I got a new part now. Huh? No
Clean
more.
that up. Clean that up.
No, I did not ask for the middle part. That's what I'm upset about. I got home. My sister was laughing. I'm not happy.
It looks fine, bro. I don't know how you couldn't see it as an improvement.
Yeah,
because I kind of like I had some lettuce going on back here.
You look more grown up now. It looks good.
Yeah, but I kind of I miss that lettuce, bro. Like when you put on a lacrosse helmet, you got the lettuce going.
You should have let me cut your hair at City Field. I would have done a better job.
Yeah, I should have let you do that for sure.
Do you have anything else for us, Enzo?
I mean, yeah, it's just like a follow up to my previous question of like what the goals are. Like, what are the goals for monetization, or like how does that work? It's like,
well, I do want the stream to be better in a chance that I'm able to support everyone in the stream. I get paid a decent amount, but nothing to support everyone here. But I do cover the expenses for everyone's content-wise here for like blogs, stream, everything else that goes into it. I do want to grow us into a platform that is primarily blogs, like almost like Barstool, but I also want the streaming site as a way for us to grow and reach our community a better way through Vocal.
so the monetization comes through the sponsorship.
Yeah, the sponsorship. Yeah. So like this stream sponsor right now is by ProfitX. And then we really want to get our blog sponsored soon. But yeah, once we get those.
Do you have people writing right now still?
No, not right now. Yeah, it's been hard for me to get people on because I don't have much time teaching. But I do want that to get started. So I'm looking for people who are willing to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super down to do that. I write anyway, so I'd be down to do that.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
Shout out Mo Green, dude. He seems like a good dude. I like that guy.
Oh yeah, everyone here's a good guy.
Great guy. I like his car as well in the picture.
But thank you, Enzo, for coming on. I really appreciate it. But even if I do not reach out to you, I'm telling you right now, you have a great voice to do the TikToks and the Instagram. You should go for it. I'd even give you my cap cut. I'll even support you doing it if you need it. Trust me. You got a good voice. I wish I had the voice to do that. It's insane glaze, but fuck, I'm telling you right now, you got some potential at that point. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I've never done like short form content like that, so it'd be a new lane. But I feel like that'd be easier than stuff I've done in the past. So
you don't even have to show your face either.
What was that?
You don't even have to show your face. You can just like put the clip and you're just talking like John Boy and like giving little captions.
Are you saying I have a face for radio?
No, I'm saying if you don't want to show your face, you have a job,
Yeah, I do see his point there. You were kind of like, yeah, you don't even have to show that face.
Oh, okay. Right. You're the one who got a busted haircut, and you're the one complaining about it now.
You were just trying to make me feel better about it.
Yeah, I was trying to make you feel better. Let me agree with
God
you.
damn.
But thank you, Enzo, for coming on. I'm probably going to talk to you after this in about an hour to see how we did. But thank you for coming on. I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I appreciate your time, guys. Take care.
Yes, sir. Take care. Have a great day.
Go enjoy yourself.
Later.
All right. So, obviously, we're done with the internships. How do we feel about this so far? Did it go well? We're going to interview one more time next week for the last couple people.
Man,
Oh boy.
this is gonna be hard because if we have a whole other set of like these guys are already great. I feel like
We
everybody here was really, really good. So it's
had
gonna be
really
hard.
good people today. I was really surprised. It was funny that
Bro, what'd you expect?
most of them were unemployed. I love it.
Hey, unemployed gang, you know. Well,
Unemployed
I'm
gang
actually
means
not there
like-
anymore. I'm unfortunately employed now, so it's a shame. But it was a good couple months.
I
Was it a
do
good
think
run?
we
It
have
was.
a good diversity of people. We have bloggers. We have people who want to do like more video content. I think we can actually add a lot of these guys to the team and actually be well with it.
How much?
Have we?
You said 1 to 2
did a
people.
Hispanic come on?
So how many? Because there's like so many good guys,
Yeah,
man.
I'm looking to add 2 to 3 for now, but remember, I can always reach out back to these people to see.
I
if
feel
they
like
want to,
3 is a good number. 3 is a good number.
because I really want to get a person who's willing to do the blogs. I really want a tennis guy. That'd be awesome for us, and even a guy who's willing to stream with us all the time. Right now, in terms of who's my number one out of the 3 is it's got to be Tennis Wizard. He brings a lot to the table. Like he brings streaming content for us. He brings the Challenger tennis for us, and he also wants to blog. I think he's a great fit for us. And he also
Dude, the
does
Challenger tennis is a must-have.
yeah, and he brings the spaces he does every Tuesday. That means he's willing to grind his own channel, and he wants to grow his community really bad. And he also loses 100,000 parlays like it's nothing. I love it. But there are a lot of good guys. There's like 3 more guys. I'm like trying to decipher who I like. We'll talk about it off stream, but yeah. Logan says lit. I gotta get in for an interview. Yeah, we're gonna do one. I think Saturday or Sunday. We'll see what works well.
We can do Sunday.
Did any Hispanics come in?
We had a couple Hispanics. We had some white dudes.
Did any females apply or?
No.
Probably a
Oh,
few.
man.
Probably a few.
I mean, I think we could get Amanda Vance. I'll reach out. I know she has her DK partnership, but you know she could work a little Rice and Sigs DK action out.
Don, how do you feel about the interview? Any people you like specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it off stream, but I think everybody today was a bunch of strong candidates. Puts the pressure on us, to be honest. So
yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Because I liked everybody, honestly. I feel like everybody had a great interview, to be honest.
I agree. You never know. They could be taking Braden's job soon, bro.
You forgot to ask if one of them was comfortable doing some walking bets. I think we have to, bring that in. So if one of these candidates would be okay doing some walking
honestly, like,
bets.
did we have any like chicks apply? Are there any chicks in the community like at all? Or just nothing.
Did we have any chicks apply? Like I'm gonna be the bearer of bad news. I'm gonna go ahead and say we did not.
I don't think so. Well, I only say that because Boomer said he has a Barstool-esque vision. So
that's true. We gotta bring some ladies for the first traps.
I don't know if the company's ready for all this yet, but it was just a question. Yeah, I don't think we had any applicants.
Yeah, there were no women, obviously.
Obviously, a lady wouldn't want to join us fine gentlemen here.
Boomer's girlfriend try to step up. She will not ever be.
Oh man.
Do we have any chicks apply players?
Yeah, that was fun.
Benty did miss the interview, but we are hosting interviews this Sunday, so make sure to hop in this chat. I did post in the thing, but make sure.
Wait, I thought today was Sunday.
Next Sunday, we're gonna do 2 rounds of people. Hopefully, you can have a haircut. You actually make it this time,
bro. I told you I had a haircut scheduled.
This guy, bro. Please don't ever throw a wags back again. He's dog shit. But yeah, this is gonna be hard.
He's a good guy.
We're gonna start to reach out to people. I think by tomorrow at least, see break it down who we like. But we do need another week to see who else wants to join. I'm struggling to pick who the other 2 are right now, who I like. But they're all good. They all have different things that bring to the table. And I know it's insane glaze for the Enzo, but fuck, bro. He had a good voice.
Yo, why do you
like you're saying for like radio or something?
Radio.
Look, I can see the vision right now. I'm watching a video on TikTok, Reels, and they're posting the baseball clip. And he's just announcing it, what's going on. He plays baseball, he knows what's going on. I think he pitches. Like I just see the vision how they can blow up a little bit.
You just don't want to see his face.
No, he can put his face. I'm saying his voice is really good to enunciate. Like my voice sounds like very like high pitch and chinky. Like, you don't want
Yeah,
Yeah, and even outside of that, I like getting to know everybody a little bit better. Like a lot of those people, like the Kid Poker goes to Florida. Like I think that's sick. And then Enzo said he went to UC Santa Barbara. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like, we have guys all over. If anything, we can always
Cool.
add
I
a
kind of
lot
like
more.
Connecticut, but those places are cool too.
I don't know about Connecticut. I never lived there, but
Nah, it's pretty chill.
UConn's cool for like that 2-year stretch, and now they're.
Yeah, no, I'll walk in there like 6 banners. It's nothing much.
So, do you have anything left before you want to get off, guys? It was a great stream.
No, I think we covered everything.
How's the Bobby Fade looking? I think we're tied right now.
I did miss. Wasn't Bobby supposed to be here? I heard he was applying, but
he did. He actually did apply.
Are you
yeah,
serious?
that was Yeah, that was me. I wrote that in.
Oh, thanks, Beach.
I think I said his email was BobbyLocks2023@gmail.
Yeah, you did. That was you. Yeah. Are you guys doing live later
about that
or not? I think we might later. I'm gonna go golf right now. I'm gonna probably come out later if my girlfriend's happy with it. She comes off work later. But yeah. Do you have anything else, guys? Today was fun. Thank you guys all for coming. Anything?
No, I just want to wish you good luck.
Yeah, that was pretty entertaining. I look forward to it next week.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you guys all for coming and watching the interview process for our next candidates. Make sure you're following my boys Peach, K-Dak, Don, Mr. Leaked, and I hope you all have a great day. Make sure you're gambling a long slate ahead of us, and make sure you're dropping what you're betting. Thank you guys all for coming. Thank you, boys.
See y'all.
See y'all.
Hey, everyone have a good one.
Peace.
Yo, don't break any clubs, Boomer.
See you guys soon.